welcome back everyone. Another compilation week for you. You love them, so I'll keep making them. First on the stand is beautiful Alan bike. Actually in really good condition, just one niggly fault. Took me best part of half an hour to find this, so I'll show you what it is. It's a very nice bike this. It's not very old at all. I think maybe 6 months, maybe even a year. I've seen it a few times. Generally speaking, excellent condition, no real issues. However, got a noise coming from the back here. It took me ages to find out what it is. I'll show you what I did and what it is in the end. But to be fair, I'm not trying to fix it yet, so I know what the issue is, but I don't know if I can fix it. I'll show you what it is. Another microphone here. I'm just going to clip that on there and you'll be able to hear it a lot better there. So, let's go through the gears. DI2 Ultegra. Working actually really well. Go up to the middle sprockets however. And the noise. Hear that? On there. On there. These 3 or 4 sprockets here. This bike is set to full synchro, so if I go up here now, I'll drop down this chainring, give you the same ratio basically. Like that, and then it drops down the cassette at the same time, give you the same ratio, and you keep going up the block. And again, if I go down, it'll change at the front again, automatically, and automatically change the back at the same time. Like that, and then it goes up at the back. Very clever, full synchro. You only ever need your right hand shifter, you'll never touch your left hand shifter on full synchro. Unless you've got it set to your Garmin or something like that. Anyway, shifting lovely, but that noise. That shouldn't be there. First thing you'll do, obviously, check for chain wear. 0.1%, like I say, I don't know the condition of this bike. The chain is pretty much brand new on this one. Not the chain, you know that one. Next thing I did was check the derailleur hanger alignment. That was absolutely perfect as well, no issues there. So then, a bit of detective work with a screwdriver. You can use a screwdriver as a stethoscope basically. You can buy mechanical stethoscopes, but the screwdriver works perfectly well. Put that on there, put that to your ear and pedal. Wow, it sounds so bad like that, you can hear that. And then you can just put it on various parts of the bike to see if you can sort of pinpoint that noise. So, cage on that derailleur, nice and quiet. Same, back end of the mech, you still hear it there, so we're honing in. We know it's in this area for sure, definitely. Pretty sure it's in that area. Be sure to take your chain off. Check the bottom bracket. This is absolutely silky smooth, let me tell you. I've already done that. Nothing wrong with that. So still making the noise. We know there's something somewhere. There's no way this calibre bike should make that noise. There's no way. Then what we'll do is manipulate this mech up and down, in and out, twist it in and out to see if there's an issue with the mech potentially. B-screw alignment, micro adjust on the DI2. I've already tried that sort of 5 clicks up and down. Anyway, it's not that. You can basically just gently, just gently twist the mech like this. See if it changes the noise. All it's doing there is shifting gear because I'm going up, but it's not changing the noise. Pull it back. Not changing it at all. Pulling the derailleur cage. Not changing it. Pushing it. Not changing it. Pretty confident it's nothing to do with the mech. So then it's a case of back pedaling still does it. Forward pedaling still does it. So now I'm going to want to hold the wheel. And if I put a load on this wheel, I'm just holding the rim now. I'm putting load on the crank. See that? The actual cassette is loose. And that's where the noise is coming from. Took me ages to find it. I know what it couldn't be, and it could only come from this area. It wasn't doing it when you're freewheeling. So it's not hub bearings. Silence, so we know it's not nothing to do with hub bearings, which is what you'd initially think. It's not the brake rubbing. That is loose. Again, hold that rim. Put some load under there. That's the entire cassette twisting. These lower sprockets are not moving. You see that? And the upper sprockets are moving. So we've got an issue on this cassette. So let's get the wheel out and see what's going on there. Get the wheel out, drop it to your smallest sprocket first. So, I mean, that's completely loose by hand. I can feel that already. Let's quickly whip it off, make sure there's no damage. Look at that, about to fall off, that was. It looks totally fine. These little scars here, that's nothing to worry about. They do tend to bite in a little bit under load, but actually looks very good. The cassette itself, you can see why these middle ones were moving. You can see this piece here is independent, it's not part of this, that's why it was moving in a different way because it's loose. And again, All these are individual sprockets, so that's why they're all moving like this basically. So I'll get this cleaned up, get it put back on, torque it up, and then make sure that noise is gone. I'm extremely confident it'll be gone. Right, it's a bit better. Get this torqued up, 40 Newton meters. I was asking recently about cassette tools that would fit over a quick release. I ordered the Unio one that a couple of people suggested, and yes, it does. So thank you very much. It's my new go-to. 40 Newton meters. There you go. It can come in loose again. Let's give that a go. Microphone's back on there. You can already tell how it's fixed. There you go, that's the one bad one. So is that. It's just a spoke clicking there because I'm not pedaling fast enough. That's the front leg, which is now shifted. Silence. Cool, easy fix. Tracking down random noises can be a challenge. It's easy if you've got spare parts you can swap out. Always the bottom bracket gets the blame for it, let me tell you that. Very rarely it is actually the bottom bracket, but that always gets the blame for pretty much every single noise. But just a process of elimination if possible. That screwdriver trick can be helpful. Just be careful you don't slip with it and you've got it in the spoke, so it can definitely help you sort of eliminate or pinpoint where the noise is coming from. I've got to finish the rest of this bike, there's a few other bits to do to it, but I just wanted to show you that. So let's see what we've got next. Next up we got this Canyon. We've got a race tonight. Customer can't pump up the back tyre. We've got issues with that. I've already made a start on this. I took the core out, but this is a super long valve as you can see, and it's pretty much clogged with sealant all the way down here. So normally you get something like a sharpened spoke, get it in there, but you can see that's only going in a little bit. I've got an awful long way to go here, and I'm really struggling to get it any further than that. I have been on this for quite a while already, and I can't get it in there. I've also got this hypodermic syringe that well, it's not a hypodermic, it's part of a sealant kit actually, with a very pointy end that I've turned into a bit of a hand drill that you cut through it, but even that's not doing it. So I think I've got to get the valve out of the rim actually to do it properly. The problem is I can't let the tyre down because obviously no air is coming out of here. It's pretty much completely blocked. So I'm going to loosen this off and hopefully that'll let the air out. Then I can pop the tyre off and then we can take this valve out and probably drill it through on the bench. Normally this is a really easy fix, you just poke something through there, but normally the valves are nowhere near this long. Even this is not long enough for this rim, you can see. So my idea is undo that, push this valve in, it'll unseat on the bottom of the rim here, and hopefully let the air out. It might be a bit noisy though. I think it's been off for a long time. There you go. So I'm just going to break the bead at this point here, and hopefully just peel that tyre out rather than unseating the whole thing. It may come to that yet. Let's have a look. Now I could just fold that back and get that valve out of the rim, like so. So I think the easiest way to do this, I mean, you put, like I say, potentially you could drill through this, but it's in a bit of a sorry state. So I've got another valve here. So it looks like it's been used once. This has an extender on it. So if I use this one here and put the extender on it, it will be a little bit longer than that one. So I think that's going to be the easiest fix. And obviously this is completely clear. So just clamp this in here. So that should just unscrew it, screw it on the new one, and away we go. Even that's glued on. So this is basically just an extender that screws in place of the pressure valve. Potentially even this is completely blocked. Let's have a look. This is just sealant. Let's get the airline on that now. See daylight, that's good. Put your extender in here. That's about another 5-10 mil longer, which would be definitely useful for this because you'd struggle to get a pump on it as it was. It was just really short. The front wheel's a lot better. It's okay to use a lever, guys. Just clean all that rubbish up. Alright, so no valve core, just going to bead this tyre again like this. It should just pop in place. Like so. Then take it out. Popped off again, isn't it? Never mind, that should be alright. I know there's a bit of an Instagram thing not so long ago about people putting oil and stuff on these, but anybody ever tried it? Can't say I have. That's holding air even without your lock nut, so that's good. Get this back on there. Oh, I hate these wheels, internal spoke nipples. Oh, just the worst ever. Great idea, but wait until you got to replace the spoke, especially when you're on tubeless. Oh my god, what a joke. Valve cap back on. Alright, we're good. So, listen to this thing. outrageous. Didn't turn the volume up, that's just ridiculous. So if you are working with tubeless, I would highly recommend you grab yourself a bag of Presticles like this. You get these for not very much at all. You see I've got hundreds of them, and they're normally supplied with one of these as well, just to take it out. If you are changing the valve, get yourself something like that. Just push it all the way through until you can just feel it on the tyre. You know the valve's clear then, obviously don't press too hard. You'll feel it literally on the carcass of the tyre. Make sure that's clear. Put a new valve in. Whenever you do your sealant, etc. Like I say, these things are literally pennies, so get that done, and it's easy. This can actually just about see through that, so it was the transition from there to there that was blocked. But anyway, it was too short, so done. Next up, a beautiful GT BMX frame. I think this is 2002, 2003 era. Absolute beauty this is. Wow, work of art. Anyway, I've got to fix it. Would you look at the welding on this? Whoa, absolutely stunning. Anyway, what it's in for is bottom bracket facing. It's picked up a few little dinks and chips over the years while it's been in storage or whatever. Customer just wants that facing off, so pretty straightforward on this one. It's not too bad, it's just a few bits around here, but we'll just face it off until it's just fresh aluminium, both sides. And then he's going to continue with the assembly, but wow, super impressed with this bike. It's beautiful. He didn't give me a seat post, so I borrowed a reverb. This is a facing kit, so basically this cutout that's already fitted, I've just done another frame for him. This will basically face off the aluminium there. A couple of bits you need to put in the frame first to guide it. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. This is definitely not a DIY kit, this is just stupidly expensive, and this is a cheap version. Part 2 obviously do one, Uni will do one. But they're all, yeah, they're just hugely expensive and certainly not worth buying for a one-off DIY job. Take it to a bike shop and they'll probably charge you 20-30 quid, I don't know. This is £600-700. So you need two bits that go in the frame here, right and left obviously. Got left hand thread on this. You need to screw in until they sit just below the surface of what we want to face. Not sure about the fake carbon sticker on this tool, but so that sits literally just slightly below the surface there, otherwise the tool will foul on this spacer, which is not what you want. And that should be enough there, about a millimetre less than that. Same on the other side. This is the actual cutter, this is the expensive bit of the kit, that's for sure. And that will literally just rotate by hand and just shave this off. This goes in here first. On this side, sprung loaded block goes there. Clip both of those in, give that some tension. Just a case of turning it, then you'll see some bits of aluminium coming off. If you're doing this on a steel frame, potentially you want some cutting fluid, but aluminium cuts super easily, as we all know, so it just comes off in little chunks like this. Just keep going, back it out every few turns just to see where you're at. Normally doesn't take that much. That's just starting up here. Just keep going until it all looks like this basically. I do see very few BMXs in here, and some bits are a bit more specialist than normal bikes. It's always nice to get a good one in like this. I'm still waiting for Matt Armstrong to hit me up to service his BMX. He's only about 20 miles away from me actually, so you never know. Collaboration. There's quite a big gouge there, so you don't really want to keep going just to get rid of that piece when the rest of it's flat, because I mean, if you end up taking much more off, you're going to change the dimension of the bottom bracket width obviously, but as it is we've took off a fraction of a millimetre really, to be honest. But you can keep going if you want, but we know it's super smooth and super flat, so if you've got a particularly deep one like that, normally I would just leave that. Right, that should be enough. And you'll see it's only just basically a dusting of aluminium that comes off, so it's not a lot of material. This side actually looks really good as it is, but we'll get a quick once over. There's hardly anything on this one, so right, it really doesn't need any more than that. That's good. All done, and 67.9 near enough, so 0.1 of a millimetre. So that's that one done. I wish I could get to build this bike, it looks so awesome, but I think the customer's going to do it himself, unfortunately, but oh, what a beauty. Yeah. Anyway, talking about bottom brackets, I think the next one needs a new one. Just a quick pause before we continue with this next one. Say a massive thanks to Sport and Leisure for sponsoring today's video. So we all know there's nothing worse than being right in the middle of a job, only for everything to come to a grinding halt because a part you ordered from somewhere, expecting it today, where is it? Actually not even in the same country sometimes. I've been there, done that, waited a month, explain that to a customer. Anyway, that's exactly why I use Sport and Leisure. They're based right here in the UK. Their stock levels are 100% live, so it's on the shelf, ready to go. Get your order in before 3 PM and it's dispatched the very same day with free delivery on all UK orders. Plus, if you need it faster than that, next day delivery starts from only £2.50, which is just brilliant when you need to crack on the job and rely on these things getting here when they said they're going to get here. So they've also updated the channel discount scheme for you. Head over to sportandleisure.com/PCR or scan the QR code on the screen right now. It'll generate a 10% discount at checkout of your very first order. If you're buying parts anyway, it's an easy way to save a bit of extra cash, isn't it? The link's in the description below. And a massive thanks again to Sport and Leisure for continuing to support the channel. Right, another bottom bracket. SRAM dub bottom bracket to change in this. It's full of water last time I looked at it and its customers only just got a chance to bring it back to me. I think the issue is this had basically fell out, still not incorrectly, I'll do that later, and just allowed it to fill it with water. There, let's have a look at this one. Probably seen this bike before, it's been in a few videos actually. This customer supplies me regular content, which is helpful. Doesn't sound too bad, but it's a bit of crunchiness under load, so let's get it off. Let's get this off. Oh, so difficult. Some spaces on here, so just take note of what comes off where, because we're going to obviously replicate that. Tap the crank out. Plenty of grease on there, look at that, I wonder who did that. Let me get these cups out. Get the right tool, that'd help. Oh my god. You would think by now, the amount of times I've done this, I would know which one's which. So that one's always the last one you look at. If you're not brave enough to use the impact gun, you can obviously use it by hand. Left hand thread on this one, like that. So we've got no spaces on this one. No spaces on that one. A bit of grit stuck in there. Clean this out before we put a new one in. At least there's no water. Use a brass brush on this idea. Brake cleaner this is. Spotless. I was using this the other day. I was actually fixing my car yesterday, believe it or not, putting some new pads and discs on that. I've been using automotive brake cleaner for as long as I can remember. Big 5 litre tub, and it weren't getting the stuff off the disc, so I tried this and it literally came straight off with one wipe. So I take back everything I've said about saying brake cleaners are all the same. They're not. This is fantastic. And no, I'm not sponsored yet, just really good stuff. Right, that looks literally as good as new. Pretty well faced on this one here, so we don't need to go to that extent. It's literally just water ingress that caused the issue on this one. So a brand new SRAM dub unit to go in. Get some grease or anti-seize on here and bang it in. Super easy these. I'm going for grease. People ask me, am I against using anti-seize? No, not at all, but to be honest, I find grease does just as good a job, unless you've got some very specific combinations like titanium into aluminium or something crazy, then you might want to get a bit more specific, but these are absolutely fine. So I do have them. So Permatex, I have copper grease and Duralac. So from my research, as far as I can work out, Duralac is probably the best you can get for titanium, etc. There's a bit of controversy regarding zinc or copper, and as far as I could work out, this was the best for anything basically, but well, grease. If that's all totally wrong, I'm happy to be politely educated. I emphasise the polite bit. Somebody actually made me a video last week, it was really good, showing hints for fitting handlebar hoods onto levers, so that's cool. I'm going to go and check these spaces because I'm not convinced that this needs nothing. I've got a big list of what frame and what bottom bracket width, etc. needs which spaces, so I'm going to go and quickly check. And that's what came out, but doesn't mean it's right. Probably should have checked before I tighten them up, hey? And you can check the instructions that come with it. Guess what? On our instructions, health and safety rubbish. Scan the QR code, it'll tell you to be careful when you're fitting this. What a waste of paper. So I've checked and that is right. It's always worth checking though, don't just presume it's correct what you took off. SRAM's instructions are pretty good for this. So torque this up 50 Newton meters on this one. Right. The only space they asked for on this one is a 4.5mm that I took off there. Just going to back this preload ring out first. You just slacken this little 2mm screw off, and screw this all the way in, and then just drop it through the bottom bracket. Again, a bit of grease here again. And then just push it through from non-drive side. Just be careful of this blue O-ring because they've got a habit of falling out. I saw a video the other day that says SRAM's instructions tell you to use a block of wood and a mallet to put this in. Literally never done that in my life. Normally you can just tap it through your hand fairly easily. If not, get a rubber mallet on it and that'll do it. It's in. And then it's just this one 4.5mm spacer that goes on here. This will clip in ever so slightly. Like that. Make sure you got some grease on these splines. I think it was this side they were hitting with a bit of wood thinking about it, but use a rubber mallet. Let's get this thread started. It can be a bit fiddly to get it going. that's in. And then we're going to torque this up to 54 Newton meters, very tight. So we'll do this on the floor. It's a bit difficult to do 54 on the stand. Okay, just drop the chain on and do that first. I'll drop it down and get that torqued up, and then set the preload. So 54 Newton meters on this one. I'll get another torque wrench out because the rest of them are bottomed out at 50. Yeah. So then it's just a case of setting this preload. So at the moment you'll have a bit of slack left to right if you push hard enough. So just turn this until it stops basically. It doesn't need to be tight. And that's it really. And then just nip it up. Not very tight. All you're doing is closing that little gap there. And that's it, no tighter than that. And that's that in. Very easy job on this. I do still need to sort this out. It could take me a while. It's an aftermarket part I've found. It sort of fits, but it doesn't quite fit, so I'll persevere off camera on that one. But yeah, bottom bracket is done. What's next? Oh wait, it's another bottom bracket. This is, as you can see, a brand new frame. So this is a T47 bottom bracket. Customer screwed this in by hand, and yes, he's got the left and the right side the correct way around. Screwed it in by hand, realised it's the wrong width bottom bracket, tried to take it out, and guess what? It seized solid. He didn't use any grease, but he didn't use a tool to put it in. He literally just screwed it in by hand, both sides, la-di-da, and as you go, and it seized solid apparently. So he took it to his local bike shop. They've had a go. There is some gouges on this actual cup itself where they've had a go, and apparently it's seized solid from being hand tight with no grease. So we'll have a go at getting this out. Could be interesting. Could be a massive anti-climax that could just fall out. I don't know, I've not looked at this yet. So let's have a look. So I have a tool here. Not a very good fit. So I've taken this opportunity to upgrade a little bit. Changed over to a part tool. This is 27.3, which is what Token says is the correct tool for their bottom bracket. Sure enough, it's a pretty good fit. And I've also took this opportunity to upgrade to the part tool BBTRS system. So this basically screws into the end of this, holds it on solid, and then you can get all the torque in the world on this without fear of slipping and damaging the cups. So I think Part do 8 or 9 different versions of these. So if you're watching guys and you want to help me replace all of this for your kit, I'm all ears. You drop this piece through and that just screws literally into the end of the tool. Drop it onto your cup, and then you add in tension on this to hold it against this one here with this spring. So that is on, and there's absolutely no way that can move anywhere. Like really completely solid. So this is 3/8. It's the only thing I don't like. I wish this was 1/2 inch. I'll remind you, he's just screwed this in by hand, so there should be absolutely no level of tightness on this. So we'll just try a ratchet first of all. It's a left-hand thread on this side of the bike, so it will unscrew this way. So we'll see what happens. Oh God, I can't see how it can be this tight. It's not kidding, you know, that is absolutely solid. Wow. It moves. Right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some heat on this before I progress any further. Just warm things up a bit, see if that helps to spin it out. The problem is the bottom bracket's aluminium and the frame is aluminium, so they're both going to expand at the same rate, so it's probably not going to help matters a great deal, but I'll give it a go. Wow, that is tight. Before we do that, we'll get some spray on there. Just a penetrant spray from Finish Line. He said, get it out no matter what. Cut it in half if you have to. Well, I don't want to do that, to be perfectly honest. Being T47, I've obviously got bottom bracket threading tools. I don't have a T47. I have ordered one. It's not here yet, so potentially if I can get this out, I may need to revisit and just run the thread chaser through the bottom bracket when it arrives. Oh my God, that's bonkers. I don't want to just go straight to the air gun and rattle it out. I'd probably do it, but I think what's happened is the threads are basically galled together, aluminium to aluminium. They've just literally bit into each other. Maybe there's a tolerance just out ever so slightly, but you would expect it to just unscrew by hand. However, clearly it's not. Literally almost my full body weight on that now. It is moving, but wow, it's slow. I'll warm it up a bit anyway. Get some spray on the aluminium on the bottom bracket itself. Not the frame. Go again. I'm not confident that's done a great deal, but actually it's helped definitely. Back that out slightly when you get it moving. If you get it moving. Wow. There you go. It's just coming out. Crikey. Wow, that's not good, is it? Still got to get the other side out, I remind you. It's exactly the same. Oh, jeez. So there is what looks like factory Loctite on this cup, so I think that is not help the matters. Right, there's one out. It looks like red Loctite, doesn't it? Impressed with this, so it gives you such confidence just to really swing on it. So yeah, nice bit of kit there. I'm definitely going to have to get the rest of them. There's one bit. Again, just screw that through there. We don't have the cup on the other side, but the way this tool's been designed, it will sit against the frame really nicely. Like that. So they've designed it for T47 shells as well as obviously BSA. It does all sorts of different things really. It's actually really, really versatile. It's nice. So this is non-drive side, so we are on just a normal thread. So just reverse this ratchet and it should unscrew on a normal direction. Jeez, that is just ridiculous. Right, I'm going to warm that up again, same flipping heck. Again, just try and shield just the bottom bracket. Makes good noises, this stuff. This is outrageous. That's hot. Here comes the noises. There's some more lube in there. Whew. She's out. That's insane. Smoking. Ow, 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 that's hot. Ow. So you can see there, that is Loctite 100%. The threads look fine, this is just Loctite off that cup. It almost looked like they put a red Loctite on it. I can't believe they would have done their token pretty damn good. Well, anyway, something went wrong there, but anyway, she's out. I think I will wait for that T47 tap just to clean these up a little bit. There's just a little bit of Loctite in there. Unfortunately, it's coming from China, and I'm away on holiday tomorrow, so it's going to have to stay here for a week or so. Anyway, the customer will be happy that's out. Alright, what we got next? Tell me it's not another bottom bracket. Next up, we've got a Joe blow. It's not blowing. So there's something wrong with this. There's no resistance there or whatsoever. Let's see if we can sort that out. So to get into these, there's two little tiny holes here. There's one here and one here. Pop them in and this should just slide off then. So you press both of those in at the same time and this should just come off then. Like that. There you go, we're in. Check that out and see what's going on in here. Or not. There you go. Pretty grimy. Alright, let me have a look what I've got. Spares. So I have a toe peak rebuild kit. I can't say I've ever used this, to be honest. I bought this used. Let's see what it's got in there. Probably everything is at the part that we do need. So this used to be round, I'm guessing, and now it is basically square, which is why it's not sealing. So it's just a new O-ring for that. Pretty plausible. Let me check this lid up here, it should tell us what's what. Most of this is for the actual end connector itself. But I'm guessing that is design. Here we go, Joe Blow Sport. It's part number 24. 1, 2, 3, that one there, yeah, that's the right one, good. So I'll just clean the rest of this up, get that new O-ring on there, and that should work fine. Let's get some grease on this O-ring. It's designed for O-rings, for shocks, etc. So it should work just fine here. Drop that in there. Get it back in. So that's what you're moving when you press those in. There's two little plastic tabs here. And they just basically flex in a little bit and just release it. From these two holes here, basically. It just clips into there. Get this back in then. It's a much better fit than when it came out, that's for sure. Okay. There you go. Drop that back in and it'll clip in. Should be pumping now. Let's go. Moment of truth. Beautiful. Sorted. That was easy, wasn't it? Nice easy fix. There's not much information on how to open this up, but that's all you need to do basically. Just look for these two holes. Very hard to see. One there, one on the other side. A little pick or something, and away you go. And it's just a giant O-ring basically. And that's it. Good as new. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you learned something as always. This is a main Saturday video that's in the stand at the moment. Spoiler alert, you might have already seen this by the time this one comes out. 7 videos on the go at the moment. If you enjoy the content, you might want to consider hitting that subscribe button, notifications, all that great stuff. Coming up to 30,000 subscribers now, which is fantastic for the channel that's, what, a year and a half old. Yeah, it's going well actually, so thank you for everyone who has subscribed, and if you've not, why not? Little button there, thank you. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you again very soon. More of the same. Enjoy the rest of your day.